You are the prize. Your presence is the prize. As men, we often feel that we're unworthy or not enough. And this can be caused by several different types of wounds from when we are very, very young. And as we grow up, we can't ever seem to realize that really that unworthiness is not us. And as we come into young adulthood, we may begin to allow our energy to drop. We may get into habits of self-pleasure. We may begin to numb ourselves with drugs and alcohol. And so then we lose our confidence. We lose direction. The first step of harnessing your sexual energy and retaining your seed is the first step of getting back your confidence. And I'm talking about not only just by yourself, I'm talking about if you're married or if you have a girlfriend or partner. If you're not retaining your seed, you're losing your vital life force energy. Your Jing energy is slowly decreasing. We naturally build this Jing energy up. But as it builds up, we start to see parts of ourselves that maybe is uncomfortable. And so we go back into pleasure seeking. We go back into numbing. Along this path of less soothing of myself, I've been able to uncover so much discomfort. And as it comes up, I do my best to look at it. I dissect it. I sit with it. I accept it. I let it go. I was speaking with a brother about a month ago, and he was describing not knowing which woman to choose or which type of boundaries would best serve him or what he really wanted in these relationships. And this is a very active, wealthy, great-looking brother. And as he shared this, I began to think, he's missing someone. He's missing himself. He's missing the greatest parts of him. Because what I see is he's the hero. He's the hero in the story. He is the catch. He is the all. He is the king. But he doesn't see it. He feels incomplete. He feels out of balance. What is the purpose of all of this? And then he begins to share about his grand ideas of serving and helping humanity. And so I waited and I asked him, what about you? Have you found you? When you sit alone in silence and maybe fast for a while, what is that relationship? What arises in those moments? It reminds me of learning about all the receptors in the brain, all those receptors for different types of drugs that allow us to feel certain ways. And that the body has the ability to create compounds that fit in perfectly with those receptors and create those same feelings without the side effects, without the addictions. We forget that the external reality, if we use it in particular ways, it is simply permission slips. Permission slips allowing us to choose how we really want to feel. It's such a beautiful thing to have this movement of semen retention expanding. And within my field, God mode, abstaining from lustful thoughts, fantasies, looking at women in person or in the pixels, abstaining from these things as much as possible. And within the community that I'm in, Sons of God, encouragement to go sober as much as possible. Even removing coffee and nicotine. Because these practices allow the energy to rise. They allow us to find that part of us that forgot that we are whole, that we are complete, that we are the prize. I encourage everyone, create a community around yourself. Let go of the people that drain you, that don't think about you, that think about them first. Create a community, create friendships, create bonds, online or in person, that support you and that you want to support them. And begin to remember that we are the prize. The relationship with ourselves is the most important relationship ever. Because as that goes deeper, you can begin to connect with whatever you feel is God. whatever that means to you. Going into yourself with love and appreciation, you begin to see that love and appreciation in all things around you. This message is not just for men. This is a message of self-love. This is a message of remembering who you are. By letting go of who you are not, letting go of those that pull you down. I think it's important to say this. When you let go of people that pull you down, it allows them to find themselves. Because if you're always pulling them up, they forget to choose themselves. I'm reminded by those people that I looked up to in my life, some of the highest energy people I've met. And they seem to just move down the river of life into another place. And we lost connection. And within that longing of them, that missing of their friendship, it showed me I want to be more like them. How can they just move on like this to something greater? What do I need to do that? There's a quote by Rumi that often brings me into a place of acceptance. The quote says, "Beyond good and bad, there is a place. I will meet you there."